Huge news just dropped about the White House event. Conor McGregor himself has now confirmed he will be fighting Michael Chandler on that historic card.
Does Conor McGregor want to be a part of that?
I'm on it.
You're on it?
I'm on it. Well,
Who are you fighting?
I am. This is me. Michael Chandler.
The UFC hasn't officially announced it yet, but Dana White has already been openly positive about the matchup, and given Chandler is American and pretty much guaranteed to be fighting at the White House anyway, the stars are lining up, but of course there's still plenty of time before then, and with Conor you never really know what could happen. That wasn't the only update though. Dana White appeared on Fox Sports today and revealed photos of the White House setup, showing how the fighters will walk out, where the octagon will be placed, and all the behind the scenes details that fans have been eager to see. The UFC looks fully locked in to make this one of the most iconic events in combat sports history, and everything we've seen so far suggests they're going all out to deliver, packing the card with American star power, including fighters like Sean Strickland, Sean O'Malley, Kayla Harrison, Bo Nickel, and so on. Let's dive into Dana's interview.
How many seats there? What is the plan?
Well, we're still playing with that. It's going to be under 5,000 people. It depends on how much the lawn can hold. As far as weight, the octagon itself weighs 15,000 pounds. So we don't know. We're still working it out. And my vision for this thing is we have this big arch, as you can see, with the lighting grid, because what I want is the White House in the back. And then when the fight goes around to the other side, you'll see the Washington Monument.
It's a massive operation right there.
Yeah, it really is.
I think we have a shot of that with all the screens, and that's a lot more people in that area.
Yeah, we can fit 85,000 people over there. We're going to have a stage where music, we'll have bands playing all day, and then people will be able to bring blankets and lay around and watch the fights. We'll have screens up everywhere for everybody.
Arman Tsarukyan sat down with a Russian channel Sport 24 and dropped a ton of updates on where he's at right now. Without boring you, let's dive straight into it. Arman addressed the big rumor regarding a November showdown in Qatar against Dan Hooker. Arman clarified nothing is official yet, but the UFC has already asked if he wants that fight, and he said the moment they give the green light, he's in. Tsarukyan confirmed that the promotion is actively pushing for it. From Arman's perspective, Qatar makes perfect sense. It's closer for his family and friends in Russia and Armenia, and it gives him the main event spotlight, something he wouldn't get at Madison Square Garden. When it comes to Hooker, Arman respects the guy's skill, especially his tricky striking and solid takedown defense, but he brushes off his personality as clownish. If it was up to him, he'd rather face names like Justin Gaethje or Paddy Pimblett, but he knows Hooker's sharp tongue will help sell the fight. He also revealed that the UFC once blocked a grappling match against Benoit Saint Denis, not wanting two ranked contenders risking injury before they ever met in the cage. But when he submitted Benson Henderson in a grappling match recently, it was all green lights because no contract was currently signed. As for the downtime, Tsarukyan says it doesn't bother him one bit. Unlike the veterans who age and fade with every layoff, he feels each day in the gym only sharpens him further. He's financially secure, still young, and still rising, so for him, time away is growth, not stagnation. He even added that if Khamzat Chimaev is free, the new middleweight champ will likely be in his corner for Qatar. When asked about a potential Islam Makhachev versus Chimaev super fight, Arman shut it down as premature. Islam hasn't won the welterweight title yet, and Khamzat hasn't defended his own belt, but he admitted if that fight ever does happen, it would be pure electricity for the fans. When asked about the next lightweight title shot, Arman answered without hesitation. He says Paddy Pimblett will face Ilia Topuria next. Arman stated the UFC is not giving Justin Gaethje a title shot, it's simply not happening. Merab Dvalishvili's coach, John Wood, just dropped a huge statement during episode of Inside Fighting, saying Merab has the potential to become the George St. Pierre of this generation. According to Wood, Merab's training sessions are so brutal, so high level, that fans are bound to see GSP level dominance play out in real time. The Georgian himself is fully locked in ahead of UFC 320, and he's not just preparing to outgrind Cory Sandhagen, he's openly targeting a knockout. The champ explained that all the work he's been putting into his striking is finally coming together, and this fight is where he plans to showcase it. He expects much of the fight to stay standing, where he's ready to exchange punches with the Sandman. However, he made it it clear this is far from an easy fight, calling it a new challenge and praising Cory's dangerous skill set and character. Now, with his coach comparing him to GSP and Merab himself promising a striking showcase, the question is, does Cory Sandhagen has what it takes to completely derail the Georgian champion's fantasy? Alright, let's dive into John Woods' interview.
He's got so much, as a dominant champion, he's got so much room to grow, and he's getting so much better every week, every camp, that it blows me away, where I'm like, man, I don't know what the limit is. I don't know where the ceiling, ends, because I think he can go on a run that breaks all the records, and I think that's what we're trying to focus on right now is like, hey, we're not talking about moving up, we're not talking about super fights, just stay focused on beating the next guy and maintaining your championship, status, and maintaining maybe into that GOAT status of overall, becoming the best. I think he can be this generation's GSP, if we keep evolving. I'm just saying that he can have that kind of run. He can have that kind of dominance, as the Anderson Silvas, the GSPs. I believe we're in line for that.
Michael Bisping just weighed in on the growing drama surrounding Alex Pereira and the champ Magomed Ankalaev, reacting to Pereira, saying that if he wins their rematch at UFC 320, he doesn't see a third fight happening. He considers the second bout decisive. Bisping, ever the analyst, pointed out there are always two sides to the story. Meanwhile, Pereira's grappling coach, Glover Teixeira, is already hyping the fight as brutal, expecting a first-round explosion. He explained that Pereira isn't coming in angry, but with the same aggressive, relentless attitude, pressing the pace from start to finish because he's mentally locked in and ready. Teixeira, a former UFC champion, admitted that he used to feel nervous and worried before his fights, but Pereira is dialed in, confident, and sharp, and these last 3 weeks are all about fine-tuning timing, so he's ready to go full throttle for 5 rounds. UFC 320's middleweight rematch is shaping up to be an absolute war. Let's get into what Bisping had to say.
Now, the fight goes down in just over 2 weeks. Alex Pereira came out and said, if Ankalaev loses, it's unlikely that he gets another title shot. And that's kind of a statement that leaves you scratching your head a little bit. Let's remember, we all know Magomed won the first one. If Pereira wins the second one, well, of course, you do a rubber match. You do the third one. You settle it once and for all. There could be a little bit of truth to that statement. If Pereira goes out there and smokes him, dominates him from the opening bell, is super aggressive, he can just say, listen, I had a bad night at the office. Look at what I did. I'm fresh. I'm motivated. I am not taking things for granted. I just destroyed him and made it look easy. If he was to do that, then yeah, okay, maybe there wouldn't be a third match. But if the fight is competitive and if the fight goes to a decision, then 1,000,000% they have to do a rubber match.
That's it from MMA Psycho. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA news.